Hey YouTubers, I'm Jacob. This is a how-to video for changing out the timing chain on a 1970s Ford 400. I've included the product links, the tools and products I'm using in the description below, so make sure to click on those and check them out. All right, let's get right into it.
Start off by warming up the motor, then shutting it down. Disconnect the battery and drain down the radiator.
Yeah, I could pop it off and then it'd be easier to get just from the front right here instead of going in like this. I can go down through here and I push forward. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this bracket off anyway for the power steering. I'll just let the power steering pump over here. It's got flex hoses on it.
And you're scribing the location, existing location.
Yeah, it works right now when we're putting the belt on the same way they came off. Probably good we heated it up just to get the bolts loose. It'll help loosen them up. You know, sometimes you gotta use a torch on rusty stuff, and I think it's coming loose real easy.
Wow, that was a lot of rust that came out.
Yeah, that's not bad though. Okay. I was hoping we could just set this down.
Break that seal.
Watch how much goes out of here.
Yeah, she's gonna come rushing.
She can get it all though. That one goes a very tippy top. Different than the other one. Most of these bolts are going to be different lengths, but it should be pretty straightforward to see which ones are which. This one with no shoulder like that, just smooth shoulder, goes at the very top.
I recommend creating a cardboard template of the water pump so you can hold each of the pump bolts and you don't mix them up when reinstalling.
Oh yeah,
You smell
covered
it?
in oil.
You smell it from there?
Woo!
Yeah.
Burned oil.
That one's long.
Yeah.
Goes right over. Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's jacketed. Water came out there. Cool.
Yeah, it must be in the block where it's like that, not the water pump. It's hot. Oh, the timing cover's coming with it. I can break it loose.
There it is.
I found it best to use multiple extensions with my 3/8" impact to remove the oil pan bolts.
I'm glad I left this bottom bolt in or it would have just dropped out.
Make sure the front axle is at full extension and the frame is sitting on jack stands before getting under the vehicle. You'll need full suspension droop in order to get the pan out.
While the transmission cooler is draining down, I'm going to go ahead and start removing the sections of the grill. This is just going to make it easier to get some of these bolts. Plus, I am installing a vintage air AC, so as I go back with this, I can just build it back with the new stuff. Glad I put those jack stands there. Okay, in order to pull the timing chain cover, we're going to need to undo these 4 bolts to get the pulleys off, and then we'll need to get the crank off. This crank portion, you're going to need an impact for this in order to get it off. Otherwise, you do not want to turn the engine backwards with the breaker bar. You'll need someone to hold it from the backside of the bell housing if you're going to do it without an impact. I would highly recommend using an impact though. All right, these outside 4 are 9/16. Middle one is 15/16. These are 3/8. I already have my oil pan out and everything drained down, coolant drained down, but there's still probably be some residual in here when you pull this off, so it's a good idea to have your catch pan below. I'm just going to use a pry tool and, oop. Actually I didn't even need to, just pull on it, it was already loose. Oh, there we are. Alright, now we need to clean this up and all of our surfaces. Check our timing chain. Oh. Now I'm going to pull the spark plug so I can turn my timing chain and get everything aligned to pull it off. Wow, that is clean. Now that we have the spark plugs out, we're going to try and rotate the motor here to get our 2 markings to align. We've got 1 marking here and 1 marking here, and you only want to spin it clockwise when you spin off of the bottom crank here. You do not want to go backwards. Let's see if we can spin it now that we got our plugs out.
I found it best to use 2 large wrenches to pull the timing chain off while leveraging it against the block.
looking over between the two timing chains, this is the old one, this is the new one. This is not an original Ford one, it doesn't say Ford on it, but the parts are matching. So the lower one is S493, and the top, on the front here it says S420T, and on the back side of this one, it does say 420 right here. So it is the right chain, and we want to make sure we have it oriented the same as we install it. So I'm just comparing the two here. They do look slightly different. This one, we need to put some oil on it before we install it. So I've gone ahead and just poured a little bit of oil in here, put it on my finger, oil it up really good. You're also going to want to clean up the shafts that these will insert onto and put some fresh oil on there before sliding them on. All right, so you want them to align like this on the teeth. I was slightly off when I got mine off, so it'll be slightly misaligned on there.
Adjust the gears one tooth of the chain at a time to ensure proper alignment when installed.
Tighten this camshaft sprocket bolt to 45 foot-pounds. Before I put the fuel pump on, I'm going to do RTB on the gasket. It fits right over this. It's a good idea to clean all this up with a razor and a stiff bristle brush, like a brass brush or something, before doing this. You see there is pretty good difference on length here for these bolts. This is the one that needs to go where the timing chain is because it's so much shorter. And then this one will go in that hole that we're missing there. So this one will go down here where the timing chain is. I'm going to be using some blue Loctite and sink it down with an impact and then torque it to 90 foot-pounds. So since this is such a tight fit, I like to pre-lube the spark plug socket just so they don't get stuck in here.
Reverse steps for reinstalling the oil pan, starter, radiator, pulleys, and accessories to get it back together. Thank you for watching my how-to video. I've included the links to the products and tools I used in the description below, so make sure to click on those and check them out. Thanks for watching.